Lone Ranger.
I think I hit one of them. All right, get the horses.
Sheriff, your shoulders.
It's all right, I can still ride.
All right, just as you say.
All right, get your hands up, both of you. We won't go for our guns, Sheriff. That's strange talk to come from a masked man. Watch him. Now, just don't start anything. I'm a good shot, even left-handed.
We could have ambushed you when we heard you coming.
Who are you, anyway? You sure don't act like any outlaw I ever met up with.
Perhaps this will introduce me. I'm only going to take a bullet from my gun holster. Have you ever seen one of these before, Sheriff?
Why, it's Silver.
That's right. And Silver is also the name of my horse.
What's your name, Indian?
Me Tonto, him...
Oh, I know who he is. It's all right, Sawyer. Put your gun away. Well, I sure never thought I'd have the pleasure of meeting up with the Lone Ranger in person. Well, it looks like you caught up with one of the robbers that blew the bank vault open. Dead, huh? Just a kid, too. You find any money on him?
No, Sheriff. His name is Jack Hall. He said Gaff Morgan left him here to die.
I've heard of Morgan.
Did he tell you anything else?
He said we might find Gaff Morgan at the trading post at Chimney Wells.
That's all I have to know. Sawyer, you take Hall's body back to town. I'm going to Chimney Wells.
But, Sheriff...
Yeah?
Well, you ought to have a doctor look into that shoulder wound of yours.
Oh, it'll be all right.
Well, maybe, but if we get into a gunfight, you won't be much help. So why don't you let me go to Chimney Wells, and you go back to town and have that shoulder wound taken care of.
He's right, Sheriff. Morgan's a dangerous man with a gun.
Well, I guess maybe you're right. I wouldn't be much good with a clipped wing. But what about Hall? I can't handle that body alone.
Tonto, I'd like you to take Hall's body back to town. You can meet me at Chimney Wells in the morning. Sheriff, if it's all right with you, I'd like to ride with your deputy.
Fine. Now, there's a break for you, Sawyer, to have the Lone Ranger offer to help you.
Oh, yes, it certainly is.
I'll be at Chimney Wells with the posse tomorrow.
Adios.
This is the Chimney Rock Trading Post. It's run by a man named Bennett.
The trail from Morgan's horse leads right into that corral.
Well, let's go in and talk to Mr. Bennett. I've known him for quite some time. If he can help us, I'm sure he will. Hello, Mr. Bennett.
Yeah. Good morning, Deputy Sawyer.
Oh, it's all right. The masked man here is the Lone Ranger.
Howdy.
Oh, the Lone Ranger. I must say, that mask gave me a start.
Mr. Bennett, we're on the trail of a bank robber, and we wondered if maybe you'd seen him.
Bank robber? Well, no, I don't think so.
Mr. Bennett, those two horses out in your corral, do they belong to you?
Yes? Why?
The trail of the horse we've been following led right into your corral.
Why, that's impossible. Wait a minute. About 4 hours ago, I traded one of my horses for one of those in the corral.
That could have been Morgan.
What did this man look like?
Well, he was a big fella, I'd say about 45, and dark complected.
Well, that's a description of Morgan, all right.
Yeah. And to think I poured him a cup of coffee when I should have been holding a gun on him.
Mr. Bennett, how long ago did this man leave here?
Oh, about 4 hours ago.
We better get started.
He took the road going north, if that's any help to you.
Yes, it is, Mr. Bennett, and thank you very much.
I hope you get your man.
We can try, Mr. Bennett.
Good day, sir.
Adios.
Something wrong, mister?
Maybe. I want to talk to Bennett again. Mr. Bennett, I have a few questions I'd like to ask you.
Yes, of course.
How long ago did you say Gaff Morgan left here?
More than 4 hours ago.
Has anyone been here since?
No.
Yet the coffee here is still warm. Seems a little strange, doesn't it?
Now, look here.
You also told us you traded Morgan a horse. There's a saddle outside on the porch that's stamped from fast riding.
What about it?
It's logical that Morgan would want a fresh horse. Why wouldn't he keep his own saddle? Why would he want another one?
Well, I...
What was the color of the horse? Black, brown, white?
It was black or brown. Or, I don't remember.
Morgan never left here, did he? No, where is he?
Well,
I guess we'll have to tell him, Bennett. He won't be satisfied until he knows the truth. Don't make a false move. Get your hands up high. Take his guns.
Well, you're in this too, Sawyer.
I'm more than in it. This is my setup.
There's nothing worse than a lawman gone bad.
I know, but it's very profitable. Crooks, when they want to escape, they pay me. When the law is after them, I hide them. They pay me for that also. It's a very profitable situation all the way around.
I mean, what are we going to do now with him knowing everything? We'd better head for the border.
There's no need for that. We can continue business as usual after he's been eliminated. Where's Gaff?
In the hidden room.
Get him!
Hey, Morgan, wake up. Come on, wake up.
What do you want?
Sawyer's got a job for you. No, don't shoot. You might hit Sawyer.
Well, I ought to take care of him for a while.
Yeah.
Can't the masked man get away?
No, there's no windows in that storeroom and only that door.
We're safe here. The bullets can't get through that wall. It's too thick.
Give him a taste of his own medicine.
He's got ammunition and food in there to hold us off for days.
I know, but we can't wait around that long. This Indian friend will be here pretty soon to say nothing of the sheriff and his posse.
With the masked man blasting at that door, how long do you think you can keep him cooped up in there?
Long enough for us to get rid of him and still stay in the clear. Bennett, get some blasting powder and a length of fuse.
Right. Here's the blasting powder.
Bring it over here. Set it down there. Put in a long enough fuse to give us time to get out of here.
You gonna blow up the trading post?
Yes. We gotta get rid of that masked man before the sheriff and his posse arrive. Once we're rid of him, we'll be back in business. I'll clean out the safe. Bennett, you go saddle up the horses.
Right.
Want me to light it?
No, that's gonna be my pleasure. All right, Mr. Lone Ranger. Start saying your prayers. Let's get out of here.
We should have heard the blast by now.
I don't understand. It should have gone off by now.
Yeah, it should.
Something must be wrong.
We better get back there.
What for?
What for? If the masked man isn't dead when the sheriff arrives, he'll have every lawman in the country out looking for us. Let's get back there. Get out here! Get out! Get inside and see what went wrong. I'll stay outside and keep an eye out for the sheriff. Hurry it up! Hey, Bennett! Get away! Hurry it up in there!
Drop your guns.
The sheriff and his posse's coming! We gotta get out of here!
Keep them covered, Tom. I'm going after Sawyer.
don't know how to thank you and your Indian friend for bringing the bank's money back. And believe me, I'll see that Sawyer gets all that's coming to him.
Anyone who would use a position of trust for his own personal gain is worse than a common criminal.
I think any honest lawman would feel the same way, mister.
Well, Sheriff, Tonto and I must be riding on.
Well, good luck, and thanks again.
Adios.
You know, Sawyer, you weren't really so smart.
Yeah? What makes you say that?
Well, you should have realized you were finished when your trail crossed that of the Lone Ranger.